Hello everybody and welcome back to Sagevivor Season 8. We are getting into the nitty gritty of the game and we're starting to head into the end game. How's everybody going to fare and are your favorites going to make it? Today's challenge was Mastermind, which is one of my favorites, just like the classic game of Mastermind where you have to match the colors, etc. So we'll see who does well at that. Friendly reminder, if you have not already, please smash that like button for me to show your support for the series and consider subscribing. The better that the series does, the more that I can turn around and reinvest into Sagevivor as a whole. Additionally, down below in the description is the link for fan voting, so vote for your fan favorite, and we will award that after all of the episodes are posted, which we are getting there. So thank you guys so much. Let's jump into the tea. That was too much yapping.
Y'all said Survivor 8. You didn't mention Survivor Eaten, because I'm getting eaten alive.
If I feel like you're not connecting with me, that's a you problem.
Everything she says is either blunt or bitchy.
Yeah, I don't really care for them. I'll vote them out.
This season's gonna be nuts.
Welcome to Sagevivor. Welcome to Sagevivor. Welcome to the island where the heat's turned up high, where the flavors are fierce and the flames never die. You better bring your A game, your spice and your sass, cause in this kitchen jungle you're cooking to last. From sweet to sour, salty to spice, each dish a battle, each meal's a dice. The fire's raging, the stove's red hot. Who's serving up victory and who's getting caught? It's Sagevivor 8, the taste of survival, serving up the heat from breakfast to trial. You gotta outcook, outfeed, outlast, or you'll be the next dish burning up way too fast.
It is episode 14, Final 7, Sagevivor, July 5th, 1:31 a.m. I am about to go to bed, but I wanted to get this done so I don't forget, because I am in 2 orgs, and tomorrow is veto, and I also kind of have to win the fucking veto. I did do the challenge. I think I did okay. I think it's above average, so we'll see. But let's recap what happened, shall we? So there was, and this is just things I've pieced together now. There was this alliance chat made. I talked about it before. That was supposed to target me. And apparently that was the plan. Until Apple went to Rob went to sleep. And when he woke up, he got a message from Jules and a message from Apple. I don't know if it's at the same time or whatever, but basically around the same time, where they both brought up voting for Exy. So they both flipped, technically. I don't know how much I believe Jules' story, but I kind of do, because this whole time she has been expressing distrust of Apple, not sure if he would do a thing. And even today, I had brought up to Exy multiple times because I felt like something was off. And I was like, are we sure? Like, what, and he was like, yes, like it's you, like whatever. But, the plan's going to go through all the stuff. He was pretty confident that it was going to go through. I was not. And I was like, well, Apple's talking to me, but the other ones aren't. It's kind of weird. Like, something's off. And I even brought up to him, like, I was like, are you sure it's not you? And he was like, no, they're definitely on you.
Okay, hello, confessional. Exhausting day. If I do say so myself, I'm ready to go the fuck to bed. What happened? Okay, last time Exy got voted out, which, like, I was literally talking about how I wanted him to get voted out, and I didn't do anything to get him voted out, so that kinda worked okay for me. I'm a little nervous with the numbers, though. I personally wouldn't have striked then, but It's not the worst to get him out, so I'm honestly not pressed about it. And then there's the 4 in the episode, and I was like, this is definitely idle, and I tried to idle hunt, and I found nothing, which was great. Yeah, I really tried, and then found out that Jules had another idle shard, which was Julio. So we were really nervous about the votes. I'm still kind of nervous at the votes, but whatever. It is what it is. But I don't know. I'm gonna probably just vote Jacob and hope for the best and peace and love, you know? Gotta see what other people want, but just wanted to get my confessional in.
But anyway, so they had this alliance chat, and after Apple and Jules went there to Rob, they changed the vote to Exy. Jules said that she went to him because she didn't feel like she could trust Apple, which was obviously the right move. And she did not want the votes on me, because if Apple did flip and, you know, they used the extra vote, which they did do, you know, there is a chance that I could go home. I still trust Jules, but I just lost a very big shield for me who I trusted. And I believe trusted me, which is kind of a blow. And he was so much fun to play with. I was having so much fun with Exy. Damn. But, I mean, I'm sure I'll be joining him soon and then whatever. But I just lost a shield. And I went to Rob, and I was like, hey, like, we're going to have to talk. I don't know if he is actually listening to what I'm telling him. But he was like, well, how would you feel, you know, going after Jules or Liv? And I was like, are you aware that, like, Jules is this other threat with us? Like, and there's 4 fucking goats with us.
Hey, I led a blindside and against someone who had no idea it was coming. Didn't even play his idle piece. But keep on thinking Rob's stupid, I guess, because Rob is anything but stupid. But unfortunately, that means that there's like a quote-unquote threat out of the game, which means like one of the shields are gone for me. But like, Exy really wasn't a shield, because if he was going to keep on winning immunities, who they're going to fucking target if he's immune, you know? So I'm happy he's gone. I don't think he even realizes it was me that coordinated it. And like, I think Jules and Apple will take credit for that, but also I played both of them into flipping without the other one knowing. So it was really me. So.
Oh yeah, your girl won immunity. Now I'm being really smug about it. No, I'm not. That was a pure luck challenge. And I don't give a shit. I needed it. I think my name would have definitely come up. So it's nice to have. So yeah, last round, obviously, I made a move against Exy, but my move kind of got diluted because Apple did the same thing. Now, for me, this is a good thing, because that's like automatic threat management. For Apple, that's a bad thing, because I think he wanted another thing to put on his resume, although he's been making some moves, so who knows. But yeah, so the move got diluted a little bit, but it also reassures me that I did the right thing, because if I hadn't done it, well, then I would have just been in the minority. At least, like, I've got a bit of an in with those guys. I'm like, hey, I voted with you. But that doesn't seem to be that much of an interest to them anymore. So in terms of this vote, obviously I'm safe, which is fantastic. I have an idle shard, which expires this round, so might as well use it. We're Sarah and I are talking to Rob about how the 3 of us need to stick together. And I think he probably does need to stick with us, honestly, because Jacob has been very vocal about not wanting to vote out a goat. And so I put a thing in the tribal about, like, the only person who should be wanting to keep a goat is another goat. And Swan was like, I don't want to vote Jacob. It's like, well, do you consider yourself a goat then? Like, I'm so over being fake with Swan. like to vote him out here, just so I don't have to deal with it anymore. At least Jacob and I, we don't even fake it. We're just like, yeah, cool. We talk to each other when we're going to vote together, and that's it. We don't really do much socializing. So Apple hasn't really been online today because we're doing family stuff, which is fine. He did say that he agrees with Sarah and I that we need to like take out a goat here, but he hasn't really said which one. Because the problem is people are going to see Liv as a goat. And if Liv goes, Sarah and I follow. And I think the same if Rob goes.
But resume booster for sure. I think I did pretty well in the challenge. I have hope that I could win. And if I win immunity, then I can play my safety without power at final 6, and I'm guaranteed final 5. So, we shall see. But Sarah really wants to work with me because she's worried that all the quote-unquote goats are going to have an uprising and get both of us out at final 7 and final 6. And I don't know if that's the truth, because Apple talked to me about how he wants to keep Sarah until final 5. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not. In the perfect world, because Sarah also wants to play the Amulet Idol this round, potentially. And I talked to Sarah and Jules last night on VC about this, about how they think that Liv is the queen of the goats and is the most likely to win out of the quote-unquote goats. So I'm going to try to convince them to get Liv out this round without telling them that they can probably work with Apple the following round to get potentially Jacob out in my perfect scenario. Because I think Jacob's thinking about having a resume as well. And I think Swan would never betray me. I think Swan and I are rock solid, so I don't know. But I just want to gloat for a second that I played Eggsy bad. You got, bitch. But love you.
Like, if Rob goes, I think Liv might stick with us. We might be okay, but yeah. So Sarah proposed an idea to Rob, and I don't mind it. She said, like, we just said, oh, look, we'd rather not vote Liv, but if that's the only way we can all stay, then yeah, let's do it. And then Rob was like, well, who would you guys want next? And we were like, anyone else. Like, I think the three of us need to stick together. That's the point. And because the thing with Rob, I don't know if he knows this, but we're hoping that he thinks that if he is at the final 3 with me and Sarah, he wins, because the jury fucking hates us. You can see by their jury reacts, their comments on our questions, on our answers. Which, by the way, I don't know why we're so hated. Like, okay, Kate we were working with, but she turned on us. So, like, there's no reason for her to be upset with us. Jason, we were not working with. Yeah, we lied to him, but that's what you gotta do. So Exie has a right to be mad at me, but as a whole, that jury does not have any reason to be mad at us other than we voted them out. Like, and that is literally the name of the game. So I don't know why they're so pissed at us. And it would be really shitty if, like, Sarah and I got to the end with, I don't know, like Swan or something, and they rewarded the person who was not involved in any votes, like, didn't actually do anything. Like, that's kind of shit. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Hi, Sagevivor. It's me, Swan, quickly before I head to work. Obviously, last round was great for me. Went off without a hitch. Sarah was appropriately blindsided and kind of looked a fool in front of the jury for her parchment, where she's like, I know everything all game, and then meanwhile the vote did not go her way. And we'll get more to her jury management in a bit. But that was really successful. We got the biggest challenge threat out of the game, as well as one of the biggest strategic threats. The only problem now is that Jules has been a part of literally every blindside. So that's a problem, and hopefully everybody sees that and wants to get rid of her because of it. Because I don't think anybody can beat Jules at this point. This opens up opportunities for me to win more challenges, which is really great. It frees up people from Exie's control. It's a move to my resume, which I don't have a lot of those. And yeah, just a super successful round in my opinion. And that felt really great to have a W in this game. Today kind of feels like crap again. Sorry to be all woe is me, but like, I'm kind of upset with several people in this game. I think that... Oh, wait, another point going back to Xe is that the one thing I can claim credit for is that I was the only one that could beat Xe at a competition, and that opened up the opportunity for that to happen. So that's a point to my resume that no one else can claim. So, yeah. Jules and Sarah were really aggressive in tribal chat with their questions in a way that I don't think is really cute. Basically saying that they've played incredible dominant games and that everyone should lay down and let them win, I guess. Like, oh, we got a big threat out, so don't get another big threat out. Don't get us out. Why would you do that? Don't do that. And it really rubbed me the wrong way, especially Sarah calling people background idiots. Because technically that could apply to me, and that's just a shitty way to talk to people that are supposed to vote for you to win in the game. And their jury management has already been pretty horrid. So to like pop off like that in tribal chat in front of the jury is just really gross to me, and I don't think it's going to do them any favors. Like at this point, if I'm on the jury, I'm not going to be inclined to work with either or vote for either of them, because I'm going to be like, listen, like y'all like strung me along, acted like we were like closest allies, and then y'all blindsided me, and then chastised me for retaliating on that, and then blindsided me again. And then, like, I just don't think, I don't know, I just don't like it. I just don't like it. And at the end of the day, it's my fucking jury vote, and I'll take it wherever I want.
I've been the target of a bunch of different votes, but this is the first one where I've known it was coming and felt like I had absolutely no agency. So basically at this point, I just have to trust that the alliances that I've made and the reads that I've made of people looking out for their best interest are going to be best. So I'm voting Liv. Much rather vote Sarah. Much rather vote Rob. Either one of those would be fantastic. But I just don't think that I can get the numbers on Rob because people won't believe that I'd go against him at this point. And I don't think I can get the numbers on Sarah because Rob's being a little bitch boy about it and trying to keep me from voting Sarah so he doesn't get the idol now. And then there's the whole question of, is the idol actually going to expire at Final 6? It seems weird to me. I kind of get it because there would be a disadvantage to the idol, but the disadvantage to the idol is already that you have to use it, or that you have to have everybody else out to use it. So it's weird that it would only be good till Final 6 when almost every other advantage has been good till Final 5. So I think Rob might be up to something, but I guess we just get to sit back, relax, and hope. Also, back to my final tribal council vote breakdown. If I make it with those people, I completely forgot that Chewy and Katie didn't make jury. I was just going off of the off of the tribal councils that we're able to see that were post merge, but I forgot that we were doing some of them that were pre jury. So sucks for them, but also that doesn't really change the vote except for it would tie up Liv and I a little bit. So if we make it through this vote, I have a pretty good feeling about making it. Unfortunately, I've had to put together a lot of effort and make myself very visible over the last couple of votes, which definitely puts a bigger target on my back. I was hoping kind of just to ride on some coattails until this vote. I was like, stick here until Final 7, make sure everybody thought I was an idiot. But unfortunately, that didn't get to happen. So now I get to play the game of Sagevivor for a lot longer. But no matter what happens, I have had a blast playing Sagevivor. I think this might be my favorite org that I've done so far. And production, you guys are doing a fantastic job, and 10 out of 10 would play again. And oh my goodness, I am so pissed off by that idol. Not because it's a bad idea or it's a bad thing to have one in play, I just suck at finding idols on orgs. I am not online enough to know all of the little tips and tricks and hiding places. So it really worries me that somebody has found that. And even if I make it through this vote, I'm going to get idled out or like final 4 or something, or I guess final 6 or 5 or something. But oh gosh, I am very nervous right now.
Sad part is I feel like I'm making final tribal council and I'm gonna lose, and I hate that. Especially with the way this round is going, I have like one possible win condition, which is really frustrating. Unless the jury is really, really bitter against Sarah and Jules. So yeah, I found all of that kind of tacky and just really hurtful. Like, why would you talk that way about people in the game and basically be like, we're these amazing players and y'all aren't? Is kind of how it came across. And that just, I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with that.
Now, each one kind of has their story. And I think out of all the goats, Liv is probably the highest up. Depending on who she sits with, Apple would be right under. But Jacob and Swan would get, like, no votes at a fucking final tribal council. Like, there is no... And it just so happens that they were both with Rob. Like, Rob loves them and all this stuff. So it's like... And the thing with Liv is, like, she could claim a lot of things that we did if she's not sitting with us. Like, she could very well win. So, like, I don't even classify her fully as a goat. But when I brought this up to Rob, he was like, oh, well, how do you feel, about going after Liv? And I was like, are you listening to me? Like, if you're looking at it with this picture, like, just look at the fucking votes. There's you, Jacob, Apple, and Swan. And then you've got Jules kind of in the middle here. And then there's me and Liv. So you need to take out one of these fucking numbers first to lower the odds. Like, you are the one with the 0 finalist goats. Do you think they're going to sit next to you? Every single person thinks you're the biggest jury threat. Like, do not downplay this. Like, stop. Like, I'm offering you something. I am telling you, like, we are playing for 5th place right now if we go after Jules, me, or you. That's the reason I haven't, like, tried to go after you. And I've made it abundantly clear I don't like playing with goats. And, and we have, like, he's dragging them and they're going to take his spot. And it's going to be... And I don't know if he's listening. It's like he doesn't. He's like, well, I'll cut him. I feel fine at cutting them at final 6. I'm like, dude, that's too fucking late. Like, are you kidding me?
Hello. I'm like, if Liv gets voted out here, I think I'm like near guaranteed final 3. I think that's, I don't want to get too cocky, but I think that's the case if Liv gets voted out. Sarah and Jules are going to be pissed off, I think, but they were fine pissing other people off before, so, it's just their turn, I guess.
I feel like I have to win immunity. I don't know what to do with Jules. I did approach Rob with the idol. I do feel like I did okay at the immunity challenge. I don't know if I won. I don't think I like, let's say if there's like a tier, with everybody's guesses, I'm not going to be at the bottom, I don't think. I think I'll be in like top 3. Maybe top 4. I don't know. But I'll be in the upper bracket, I think, with the amount of guesses that it took me. It's kind of annoying because it happens every fucking game. Every game. Like, if you're not good at comps, like, you're not going to be able to drag these goats, and the first time you lose one, they're going to cut you.
So, yeah, Sarah proposed to Rob. She said, because they're both talking about the amulet and how, like, it's putting a bit of a target on them. Like, Jacob even said to me, let's get rid of the amulet. And I sort of pushed back on it a little bit. And then so Sarah said, okay, Rob, I will vote Liv if you agree to play the amulet on me. So, as in, Rob and Sarah will combine the amulet and play it on Sarah, and then we all vote Liv. Now, the issue with that is that Rob could be like, yeah, I'll do that, and then just like back out. But we got to take a leap of faith here. And then the idea is that then I'm safe and Sarah's safe. And then we play the idol shard on Liv. So then if the other 4 have all voted for Liv, 1 vote will be negated. Our 3 votes go to whoever else, either Swan or Jacob. And then it becomes a 3-3. And the idol shard goes over into a revote. So either that group turns on whoever we voted for, or they go to rocks, and it's like if we voted for Swan, it would be Rob, Jacob, and Apple drawing rocks. Like, that's not gonna happen. So that's worst case scenario. It's a bold play, but I kind of love it. And it would mean that if we get final 6, we'll go to rocks again, which would be so funny. That would be iconic. But they're not gonna go to rocks. Like, they're not that dumb. Like, what? There's no reason for them to do that. So yeah, that's sort of the plan going at the moment. Hopefully Apple will come along with us and be like, yeah, let's get rid of Jacob, let's get rid of Swan, let's get rid of whatever. Because I've sort of been pumping Apple up. Apple has been making moves, so his threat level is rising. There was a little while ago where he considered himself to be a GOAT. And hopefully he doesn't anymore.
Jacob just told me he thinks I'm a GOAT and that he thinks people think that I'm a GOAT. Which, okay, maybe they all do. But I actually have stuff to say at Final Tribal Council if I make it there, whereas I don't think they really do. So I don't think I'm a GOAT. I don't think I'm as out of it as people think. So I don't know. I'll just laugh till the end. And yeah, I feel like I've been playing everybody, at least in my opinion. If somehow it ends up being me tonight, then that'll be embarrassing. But I think I'm good. Rob and I are trying to play the middle. We both know what we're doing. Jules, even with Jules too, her jury management is really, really bad. Kate, Jason, and Kaden are not voting for her. Absolutely not voting for her. And if I'm there with her, then XZ would vote for me. I think Sarah might vote for me. Swan and Jacob aren't going to vote for her either. I don't know what Jules is doing. I think Jules is, to be honest, a little bit more of a GOAT than I think Swan at this point, which is saying a lot. That's how bad her jury management is. But I don't know if other people see that. But I think my only problem right now would be if I go to the end with Rob or Sarah, or just get some weird combo where some people have confirmed guaranteed votes to win and I don't. I think that's my problem. So I'm trying to figure all that out. I did want to go to the end with Liv, but it's just not possible anymore. So I don't want to vote Sarah out yet. And for reasons I've said in my confessionals, I think that Rob, Swan, and Jacob just aren't as tight as I'm thinking, and I'm hoping they're not that tight. Because Rob's told me he's willing to vote out Jacob and Swan at some point. Jacob and Swan are obviously going to vote out Rob at some point. That has to happen. So it's got to be Liv, and I'm hoping it's not me. Hoping I'm lying to my best of my abilities to Sarah and Jules. And as someone who is good at lying, I think I'm really good at lying. I think we're good. I think we are good. I'm set. I've playing everybody. You think they'd figure out by now that I've been playing all sides. Somehow. I don't know. I think I'm good. Okay, goodbye.
Because I think in terms of perceived threat level from my mind, I would say that Rob and Sarah are at the top, then me, then Apple, and then the 3 GOATs. Apple could be jumping over me though, because he hasn't pissed as many people off. Katie's not on the jury, so there's one. Jason, he's pissed off obviously, but did he piss off Kate? I don't think so. I think they had a good relationship. he was apparently close with Caden. So, like, yeah, he's in a good spot.
That really sucked and kind of has me bummed because I agree with some of it. Where, like, I haven't played a dominant game. But also, like, y'all can't... They can't call me a background idiot when they're the ones who made me a background idiot. They took away my agency. They kneecapped me at every turn that they could. When they were my two closest allies. And then they actively worked against me most of the game. So, like, y'all are the reason I'm in this position. So, like, thanks. Like, yeah, I'm going to vote to keep you around because you fucked me over and then called me a background idiot. It's just really hurtful and not how I vibe with these games. I just also don't think it's strategically sound. I don't get it. Like, these are people who are going to have to vote for you. And yeah. So this round is also really frustrating because I would really like Sarah. Rob, for very valid reasons, does not want Sarah. He wants to take out Liv to weaken Jules and Sarah, but keep big shield threats in the game. Jacob and I want Sarah to go because Jacob and I know we need Sarah, Rob, and Jules out of this game. And that... Rob knows that. Like, Rob knows that. And good for him. But, like, he's basically strong-arming this vote in a way that's really frustrating. And Apple's going along with it, which is also really frustrating. I'm like, dude, Apple, like, wake up. Like, we have to get all three of these people out if you want to win. And we have an opportunity and you're not taking it. I've been labeled an emotional player in this game, and I am to a certain extent, but I'm also very strategic. And have usually a sound mind in these games. But I've been sort of leaning into that emotionality. One instance is today with Rob, basically, like, because he's worried Jacob wants Sarah out because Jacob wants all the big threats out. Me, I want Sarah out because she hurt my feelings. So I'm playing up the emotionality of my motivations to sort of disguise the strategy behind it, so that Rob won't think I'm coming for him, which he might. But yeah, I'm just kind of like, I found what they said in Tribal really hurtful. She also leaked shit I said about Apple. It pissed me the fuck off. Like, you're still literally actively working against me. And it's fine, because I'm actively working against them. It's just like, oh, after being like, let's get the band back together, like, I'm sick of the fakeness, and it feels so fake.
And I don't mind being left out of this vote. I'm going to leverage it, even if I did suspect it was Exy anyway. But, like, this is kind of a blow. Because I don't really know what to do from here. I don't really know my path forward. I need Rob to work with me, but he's attached to Jacob and Swan. So it's like, dude, I can't fucking relate. And he told me a story today on voice chat where he lost this challenge one time in the org. The last one we did with, like, the multitasking, I guess. He had a similar one. And he fucked up, like, the first time. And he said he, like, literally started crying. And I was like, dear God. Like, how are you even a fucking threat? I don't understand. I think I'm the biggest fucking target now. And I feel like I thought I was doing pretty good. But Rob did say he's not going to come after me. He did hear that, at least. Like, if they go after me, like, he can play that fucking idol, but he'll go at 5. Like, and vice versa. Like, we are playing for 5th position right now unless we play together.
I think he probably does want to keep the shields around, but it would just be if the goat he wants to go out is Liv, that's when we have an issue. But if he's willing to vote for Jacob or Swan, then that's fine. Swan did say that he doesn't have great relationships with either Apple or Liv, so we're going to try and use that. I don't know. I feel okay about this round. Last round was not amazing. Literally, like, while I was on call with Exy and Sarah when the votes were being read, and as soon as that first vote came out with his name on it, he was like, oh shit, it's me. Because he had so much confidence that in Apple, he was like, if I'm going, Apple will tell me. And so when he got his first vote, he's like, "I didn't tell me I was getting any votes." So he's like, "I'm done." And then when he realized that one of his core 4 had flipped, he was like, "Oh my god, Liv flipped." And Sarah knew right away that it wasn't Liv, that it was me. And like, Exie got off the call and she joined with me. She's like, "Did you flip?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did." And I told her that I did it to protect her, which is half true, but also half not true. Like, I wanted Exie out. He needed to go. So yeah, I think that's all we got for now. Jeez, I like to ramble in these. Does anyone even watch these? Probably not. But here you go. Actually, that's not true. I'm fairly certain that Beach Wizard likes to watch some of these to get some information. Feeds that information back to Kate.
Babe, check it out. A Beach Wizard reference in Season 8. They think I helped you fucking cheat.
How would that even work? I've been out since the final 11.
Right? Not a very good cheater. You fucking suck.
Well, do you think we're getting called for All-Stars?
No.
But I'm not going to let him go after Liv. Like, it makes no fucking sense to do that when you are hoarding these people. Because you're trying to put yourself in a better position. Like, no. You're either going to cut your fucking goats or shut the fuck up. I am fully going full speed ahead here. And Jacob still isn't giving me the time of day. Like, the dude's a 0 vote finalist. And it's going to really annoy the shit out of me if Swan and Jacob are in the finals. Because it's just like... it's every fucking game. Because the Lions don't want to play nice. That's what it comes down to. It's stupid. And I mean, they did it here too. I understand Jules' reasoning. Exie was the easiest one to switch the votes to. And I mean, she wasn't wrong. She had the right read. I lost a very large shield today.
I guess I'm being fake too. Maybe I'm this big, huge hypocrite. I don't know. It's just what's happening doesn't line up with like the way we were at the beginning of this game and how we were treating each other. And I would say I don't understand how we got here, but we literally got here by their actions, by what they decided to do, by how they wanted to play this game. So yeah, this round's incredibly frustrating, but apparently me, Jacob, Apple, and Rob are gonna do Liv, which is fine. I still technically have enough rounds to get the others out, but it has to be like 1, 2, 3. Like, and I'm not letting next round go by without one of Sarah or Jules getting votes, I swear to God. Like,
but now I'm like, if I end up there with 2 goats, like, I'm not gonna tell everyone to go fuck themselves. I'm gonna have to fucking do it, because I can't let this season end with a goat as the fucking winner. And that's really annoying to me, because I wanted to do my shit. And I feel like I can do it if there is a suitable alternative up there with me. But I don't feel right doing it when there's 2 morons with me. So I pitched to Rob working together because I can play nice. Like, I'm not, maybe I'm a game bot, whatever. Call me whatever the fuck you want to call me. I don't give a shit. But we have to, like, everyone has made comments about this fucking amulet. Everyone has been making comments about how he's the biggest jury threat. Obviously, I am not. There are people on the jury who hate me for no reason, a la Kate, right? Still not really sure what's going on with that. I'm just really not sure the best move forward here.
like they've got to go, and I'm sick of them getting away with like everything. It's just not cool to me. But if I go to Final Tribal Council with Rob, I'm just gonna be seen as Rob's little sheep, which is so annoying. Because like literally here he's strong arming me. Like, I'm trying to push for it, and people aren't biting. Like, there's nothing I can do. So it just sucks. It sucks to know you're playing a losing game, and that not only are you playing a losing game, you're literally gonna have to like defend your losing game. I still think that there's maybe 1 or 2 win conditions, but they're very slim, and it's gonna take a lot of. Ugh, but like Sarah said, like if I play a shit game and then try and like fluff it up, she's gonna rip it to shreds. So like, what's the fucking point, man? Like, I don't want to get ripped to shreds by somebody that I considered a close friend in this game. Like,
But they want to take a shot at Jules. So I did tell that to Jules. Because I have to latch to her. I have 1 strategic arm now. Apple, I don't know if Apple went to them to switch it to Xe to protect me. He did message me. I can't remember what he said. I'd have to go back and look. But if I do have people who are wanting me in the end game, then I can't really target them. And I do like Apple, and I think he has a story too. But it really needs to be Swan or Jacob at this next vote. And I don't know if Rob is willing to let them go. But if I give Apple more agency, but Apple's already voted for Jules once, but if I can give Apple more agency, maybe he'll pitch something to me and we can go that route. We'll see what happens. I'm not really sure, but it really should be Jacob or Swan here if Rob wants to move forward. I just don't know if he's willing to do that. He seems to play with his heart a little bit more than he probably should. I really don't like goats. I seriously don't. And this right here is a reason why. And I don't know, to me it's like it seems logical. It's like, let's all take out the goats. Like, they are not entertaining. They're not fun. Or I'm sorry, they're not entertaining to spectators. They're not fun. They obviously have like very little agency in the game. But people keep them because there's some kind of vote for them or whatever. And here it is, you know? And I think Rob's about to fuck us all, so we can thank him if the finale is like, if Jacob and Swan are in the finale with like, oh God. Like literally they can't win against anybody else. Like anybody. But at least they'll make the vote easy. I won't have to ask any questions. I can just make up something, I guess. When I'm on jury, yeah. So at least that'll be easy. But it's like, it's not going to be Rob up there. Like he needs to cut one of them this round. I feel like I'm just screaming into a void. It's literally every goddamn game.
I don't know. It's incredibly frustrating, especially after such a successful round. I'm just gonna comp out and they can all fucking deal with it. Yeah. Don't know, man. It's gonna be tricky because now one of Sarah, Jules, or Rob is guaranteed. Like if they force fire making, like they'll have an opportunity to win it. So like, cool, great, fantastic. Can't wait to be at final tribal council, fighting for my goddamn life to get 2nd place for the 3rd time. Maybe even 3rd. Maybe I'll get 3rd this time. Ooh, let's spice it up. 0 vote finalists. Now, I think I've got, like, Kate and Jason, maybe. But, like, I think Jason would vote for Rob if Rob's there. So it's just a matter of, like, I don't know, man. And I don't like it. I wish people would do what I want at all times. But no. Nope. Yeah, so it's just frustrating. I'm a little down about it. Not as like down as I was like a week or so ago or whenever that was, but it's just not the best feeling in the world. It's not super fun. Don't love pushing something and not getting anything. And And yeah, I really want Jules and Sarah out of this game at this point. And I feel bad because I adore them. I hope. But the antics, it's too much. I'm over the antics. And I need them out for my game. That's just the truth. That's the tea.
And just like that, our girl Liv got sniped, even though she's a confessional queen. Liv, thank you guys so much for playing. I really hope that you enjoyed your time and that you had fun, because it was super, super fun hosting you. In the next episode, we're getting really close here, everybody. And it is about to be the final endgame. Who's going to be our top 3? Who's going to win the whole thing overall? We will find out in the next episode. Once again, please smash that like button for me to show your support for the series. I love you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.